Spider-Man? No. Kavaero's superior. Hello everybody and welcome to Brawl Stars. I'm Amy the Amazonian and today I'm playing with the standard menace, Superior Spider-Man, or as he's known in Arena, Kavaero Mind-Bitten. You can cast him and he enters as a copy of a creature in either player's graveyard, though he's just a 4/4 and the original card gets exiled. That gives you the opportunity to clone things from the graveyard, get their enter the battlefield, and even make some combo wins. In this deck, you can tutor cards into your graveyard using Entomb and the Buried Alive in order to fill up the graveyard. And just like in Standard, you can use that to reanimate the entire graveyard using Bringer of the Last Gift, or maybe just take out another piece, reanimate it, and give it haste. Or tutor, once again, using Hoarding Broodlord. This is a deck that is very much a Dimir control deck with a reanimator theme. And that means we're also not just tutoring things into the graveyard, we're also milling things, because nothing's better than just setting up a random creature and bringing it back with Kavaero. You can also kill your opponent's creatures and steal those because, well, you want to be killing and you want to be countering your opponent's stuff. You can also make them discard using Grief or Thoughtseize and take those cards too. So let's bring Kavaero into the queue and cause some trouble from beyond the grave. Michelangelo, weirdness to 11. This Mikey is a Scales commander. He's literally the text for Hardened Scales, and he's a 1/1 that comes with a mutagen token, so you can use him to scale things up. I don't think it's worth bolting in the Fell the Profane. I don't actually have a counterspell in hand here. It's one of those, like, if I bolt that in, that's to get the Thoughtseize. But I need to get the right creatures in my graveyard and then bring them out. They're mono green. There are multiple cards in their deck that are actually really good interaction with graveyards. The Ooze, Agatha's Soul Cauldron, Scavenging Ooze. So many choices, so little time. All right, I got an Arcane Signet, so I'm going to go Signet into Thoughtseize. They don't have that much power in play, so I'm just going to hit whatever's strongest here. Hey, Rafellos. Bye, Rafellos. They can make something here get 2+1/+1 counters. They can get 3 additional mana for the next turn. They already have all the mana in the world. That's why I hit the power, because I don't know. I think I'm going to go Buried Alive and just try to combo at them since I don't see any graveyard hate. And I think I can kill them before they can kill me. Let's see. If they get graveyard hate, good for them. And if they don't, well then it's just not going to work. So we're going to go Bringer. Ooh, who else would I want to bring out? Arden. The Arden Ulamog, I could also just do Arden and Ulamog. In case they're only able to take out like one thing from the graveyard, that gives me redundancies. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 mana. Got anything to do with it, though? You can eat that food. Eating food's good. Okay. Endurance and Keen-Eyed Curator or bust. They're digging. They're using the Turn Timber Symbiosis to look at the top 7 cards to see if they can find a creature with graveyard hate on it. Anything? Tutor into graveyard. One heck of a time. No, that's just Rishkar. That's just more mana. And while, yeah, they had a very fast start, like, you saw how much mana they have. It doesn't make a difference. If you have all the mana in the world and you got, like, 10 damage in, but you can't end the game, that's just not good enough. So they'll swing for 8. I'm down to 11. Now we can turn it up to 11. Kavaero. They're looking. Yep. They have less than 11 permanents, so I'm going to go for the Arden Ulamog. There's Arden. Arden grabs Ulamog. Ulamog sees himself in exile. We swing in. They have to sacrifice 10 permanents. They only have 9 permanents. I gain 15 life. They lose 15 life. And that's, you know, the thing that people do in old stick fingers. Because it works. Inti, Seneschal of the Sun. This is a mono-red aggro deck that is able to filter through their hand and get some extra card advantage if they have other sources of discard. And this card that they're playing is pretty good. I feel like this is a nice hand, though, because I have this Damnation. I was actually expecting to see, like, a turn 1 Ragavan or anything like that, and just have to, I don't know, hold the line until we got to that point. Inti also triggers if I make them discard, which is kind of good. I don't think I need another land. I have 3 here. Kind of 4. I'll go for Undead Butler and do a little self-milling. Millin. Oh, hey, Bringer of the Last Gift. You're a pretty good reanimation target. Especially if I get lots of other stuff in my graveyard. Okay. Blood Moon. I only have black mana now, but I can handle pretty well on black mana. You're a 6/6, right? You're an instant? Okay, cool. Bringer of the Last Gift only does the little swapperoo if you cast it or if you cast a Kavaero that becomes it. But if I just reanimate it and then I have a 4/4 copy of it, that's not bad either. Hi, Inti. I'm probably gonna save this, though. Inti stacks? Inti stacks. I need another one of my black sources. Just giving myself better blockers. Oh, we just got a raid from Lola Man. Hi, Lola Man. Oh, you're running off, but thank you for raiding. Welcome, everybody who just came in. I'm playing Superior Spider-Man, or legally distinct, it is Kavaero Mind-Bitten. It's Doc Ock in Spider-Man's body, and he reanimates. All the standard players are like, yeah, we know. Yeah, in a mono-red deck, these are totally acceptable. I'm just surprised at how little other stuff they've played. That was such a good hit on Synthesizer. They just got Bombardiers, so they can attack in freely and just, like, toss things at my blockers. You want to throw Winter Moon? No. The Synthesizer? I will not block this turn. Come on, another black source. Blue? I'll take it. Oh, right. I should attack in first. Bring me to life! Gotta make sure that's ordered right. Yeah. Okay, cool. I got a blue source. Which means we're back in business. I actually run a good number of basics in decks. No, Undead Butler. Don't kill yourself, Undead Butler. And now I have a whole bunch of power in play. 13 power. They have protection for a turn. Yeah, this is like, I don't know, Inti Moon? I guess I'll just chill. It feels like this could have been Big Red, too. That's a very nice basic mountain you have there. I mean, they could board wipe here. Hello, yes? Ooh, a Pyrogoyf! I will stifle its trigger. Not so fast. I don't have double black, so I wouldn't actually be able to reanimate from this. Whee! Until I get one. All right, what do we have here? Magma spray. I'm still sitting on, like, damnation here, too. Instant removed. Bring them further from delirium. My cat's yelling at me. Honey, do you want to be a part of the video? Of course you do. Come here. Come on, honey. Oh, I won. Come on, Scraps. Scraps, come celebrate my victory with me. Davriel, Soul Broker. Oftentimes is just using that -2 to get offers and conditions over and over and over. This is a way to kill them, but it might be too slow. Undead Butler can put things into my graveyard for a potential reanimation, and Damnation feels kind of useless against them because Davriel decks are usually, well, they're not running that many creatures. Wow. A turn 1 Bajuka Bog against a graveyard deck. Sure, I'll take it. Wonder if they're gonna turn 2 ramp. Yes, they are. I can't stop it, but I can surveil. I'd like either a land on top. That's not a land. Or a creature that I can put into the graveyard for the reanimate. All right, I can actually Entomb Reanimate here. It wouldn't be that exciting, but I can, like, grab a Grief. I kind of would rather just hold the Tail's End, though. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to hold the Counterspell / Tail's End. Since Davriel is very counterable. Okay, and so is Black Market Connections. I need things that are, like, very lasting if I'm going to burn the Entomb for this. Though I have, like, another potential one here. Don't mind me. Just holding up my tail's ends. Grave Expectation. So they had instant speed Graveyard Hate. They're using it to heist. What do you want to take? See, if I was smart and memorized my deck list, I could tell from the Entomb what they took. But I don't know, because I don't pay that much attention. Yeah, they can take, like, a combo piece and be like, oh, I have to prevent them from getting a thing. All right, let's see. And no other creatures. Arn's very pleasantly killable. I think it's going to be Hoarding Broodlord here. Ooh, I'm just going to use the Reanimate for it. I'm not running the Broodlord combo in this deck. Don't mind me. Just getting silly with stuff. Yeah, memorizing your deck is for people without a sense of adventure. Alright, kill spell that hurts. Me millin. Boop. I feel like it's so dangerous to ever mill a Kavaero deck. Because they want things in the graveyard. Also, they tend to have a lot of, like, very high mana value things. Oh, they're invoking despair. Hit me with that Danganronpa. Kavaero, I'm gonna need you to be also either Hoarding Broodlord or Grief. I don't feel like there's anything I really want to tutor. It would be, like Inquisition of Kozilek. Which is the same thing as just doing this. Alright, nowhere to run, feed the swarm, Liliana. I'm hitting the Liliana. And we keep on milling. Ooh. Bones. Okay. Garuda's what they stole. Okay, there's a good chance they hit from me. Small chance they hit from them. Yeah, they hit a Bowmasters. But it looks like they went for Briscoe the Clockmaker. A little bit of ramp. Is there anything else in my graveyard? Oh, there is. Ooh, there is. I have a land that's a reanimation spell. Do I not have enough mana? 1, 2... Oh, right, that's not a mana rock. Okay, that's fine. Speedbrood Stalker. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a tiger by the toe. If it hollers, let it go. Out goes Y-O-U. Caps is like, you're catching tigers by the toes? That's so crude. That's because you're a little tiger. And you have the cutest toes of all time. One land, please. Whoa, okay. Lucky mill there. Doughty Voidwalker, no longer will things go into my graveyard. Rude. They feed the swarm, munch that up. They will be able to then get the Speedbrood Stalker by sacrificing the Doughty Voidwalker. Also, they can mill things into it. Nowhere to run. Okay, so they'll take 3 damage. This has Menace, though. I'll play the Loner, but I don't want to self-mill anything, so I'm not going to play the Butler. I'm out here like, well, if they did mill it, they would still take the damage. Huh, Davriel? Okay. I could say that for Voidwalker, but if they use the Voidwalker, then I think they'll be in a different type of trouble. Care to cast a Wash Away? A Speedbrood? Actually, the Wash Away is not as useful because I don't think they can cleave it. Oh, I just heard Nick sneeze. Anything that I tutor will go into this for the Doughty Voidwalker. I am going to search my library for a card, though, and I'm just going to put a basic land in there. Actually, how about a fetch? Blue fetch. Cool. You guys could hear Nick sneeze from the other room. Is there any reason you couldn't have Speedbrood in paper? No, not really. Ooh, I'm at 8 life. I did pay a bunch for funny reanimations. Here's Davriel. Let's see what he gets. He could also just, like, perpetually give -3, -3. That would stop them from dying here. Wow, look at that! They're doing it. Now they're cracking over the Voidwalker in order to get that Speedbrood Stalker. They can cast it, kill Kavaero. Yeah, not a hard guess. Oh, what'll it be? It's that one. Okay, move it back to the command zone. Bing bong. Alright, Alright, so we have Port that can reanimate. I have Kavaero that can reanimate. I can technically do this at instant speed. I'm gonna do it now. Ooh, Garuda or Broodlord for hitting their hand. Garuda! Boo! Yay! I already have Lance. I have to crack open the Voidwalker to get the delicious treats. Bringer, you're not supposed to be in my hand. A Sanguine Soothsayer, just a good black card. They were getting it out of their hand, though, so they could draw one and only lose 1 life. They plus from Davriel, which means I need to have things I can discard, I think? Yeah, that sounds right. Kavaero! It's me, Hoarding Broodlord. For sure, definitely. Always has been. I'm like trying to think through if I deluge for 4, I get 2 in. That's not bad. It would kill the fake Kavaero. Sorry, opponent. I have to look at cards. Something that costs 2, though, would probably be better. I can Bitter Triumph and discard. Yeah, so we're gonna discard a card, kill the Speedboot Stalker. I will tap the Strix for it, and the land for it. And I'll discard the Ulamog. Force them to block. We discard again. See if they minus. Caps, you are so cute. Stop. Ooh, Dark Ritual would have been fun. If I had other stuff in hand, though. Offers and conditions, and I can play him again. The Midnight Clock, by the way, they don't have a way to accelerate it more than once a turn, but they could say, get the Davriel, I gain life thing, or find their Sheoldred, and then they'd be drawing and my upkeep if they activate this once. Or just whenever they do activate it. Yeah, the cat looks really big because she's right in front of the camera. Oh, blood on the snow. And they get to reanimate. Ooh, they had 6 snow. Not bad. Makes me wish I had dropped that bringer.
You get used to the smell.
I'm milling. There are now cards there. Hi, Scraps. Bye, Scraps, you little puppy butt. There we go. She's a good cat. This is gonna trigger. Yeah. Could I have played these out better? Absolutely. But I was doing what I could to take my game actions. All right, Midnight Clock. Triggers. They get a fresh, hot hand. And some of the cards they're looking for include Sheoldred, Grizzleband, not really right now until they get Davriel out again and activate him, getting the gain life. One ring would be nice. Ooh, Stronghold, get some more mana. Are Emperor and Ulamog in the graveyard? I think so. Yeah, so I can do the, like, Ulamog being exiled and... Okay, whatever they got, it wasn't what they wanted. The Royal Scions. They draw, they discard, they can give First Strike and Trample, and I guess they can eventually draw some cards. I will keep this hand. It does have many tapped lands, but it's got a little bit of removal through this cut down. I've got some self-mill. I have an Entomb to set up my graveyard. And we'll see how many counterspells they have, because honestly, Royal Scions, it reminds me a bit of like a fairer Dak, but it still does plenty of stuff and gets lots of good discard synergies. That is self-fetch. Hexing Squelcher. I do have a couple counterspells in my deck. And now I could, like, go for the cut down. Maybe I want to. Maybe I should. Now I want to go for Undead Butler. I would like the... There we go. Watery Grave. There are no creatures on that mill. It was a discard spell. Temporal Manipulation, an extra turn spell, and a land. No, I'm good, man. A Maddening Hex! Oh, heck. I'm really happy I have this Cavern of Souls, though. Yeah, hit me. Gorgeous, 3 damage to the face. Who knows, maybe I'll get to Entomb and Reanimate and they can't interrupt it. I'll probably name Human. I don't have other spiders or heroes in my deck. Ooh, Inti, more draw discard synergy. Makes sense. Hexing Squelcher grows. It's now outside of cut down range. They got an Arid Mesa here, so they can play that. Maddening Hex. Another 3 to the face. Ooh, but wait. Are they going to counter the Entomb? They are. Okay, then let's see what I mill off Ripples. Grief. No. Human! It is me, the incredible 4/4 Grief. It's 2 lands in their hand. All right. This is the original Will and Rowan card, yeah. Malcolm Dies. They investigate. They're given First Strike and Trample to the Hexing Squelcher. And I'd like to prevent a little damage, so I am going to just block with this. It only prevents 2, 4 go through and another 2 in the air. There's nothing for you to grab, Undead Butler. You're such a goober. What do you pick? Speedbrood Stalker, a funky little life linker. Nice. They chose the Royal Scions. They can replay it, use it to give First Strike, and force me to block with the Speedbrood here.
By your side, I am old. For the realm.
Malcolm doing things. They have an Emberheart Challenger. That's just going to go away. I take 1 damage from this. No, I'm good. I really can't pay much life here. I can reanimate that Speedbrood Stalker at the risk of this. Ooh, I should have fetched first. Ah. No, see, if I had fetched first, it would have been dead. Genius, Amy. Genius. What a fun time. Hey, how you doing? Got that FOMO. Since their hand is empty, they'll just draw a card. Does the arena highlight the card that you're selecting? Not for this. They hide selections on certain cards. They got that first strike. They got that trample. They discard. Buff it up. We double block. Yes, Nashi used to not do it, but they kind of fixed it. Oh, look! They drew removal. Wait, I want to kill myself. Damn it, they beat me to it. GG, Royal Scions. Ajani, Nacatl, Pariah. Tokens still die with Douthie Voidwalker in play. But I'm still keeping this hand because it has the Buried Alive. It has the Buried Alive, and then I can Kavaero. They usually don't have that much graveyard interaction. It's an Ajani deck. He comes out, he murders his brother. Might actually not get to come out, though, because I have 2 blue for a counter spell. Rotisserie Elemental? Huh. Okay. Counter Kithian, he's more damage. Now let's see if they have any graveyard hate. Buried Alive. Arden, Ulamog, and their best bro... Perforator Crocodile. Just like a couple different options for me. Winning the game. Titania, Protector of Argoth, is looking to sacrifice lands to make big elementals. And I want to make her get sacrificed. I'll keep this hand. I have a loot. I have ramp. And maybe on turn 1 I'll manage to surveil something into my graveyard. Ooh, actually, we're cutting down a bird. Always slash the bird. Over Watery Grave. And cut it down. Swing. No more bird. No more problems. I can only turn Kavaero into Birds of Paradise, so I'm gonna go for Rona here. I don't need to ramp. Fabled Passage goes to the graveyard. They're probably running every fetch in this deck, since fetch lands trigger Titania. And of course, like, Orb and... oh gosh, what's the one? A Sylvan Safekeeper? The things that let you sacrifice your lands. I think Titania is cool. I mean, she's big lady. Hi, big lady. Eternal Witness to bring back. I feel Fabled Passage. Not bad. Don't mind me looting. I'll be able to loot again if I play Malcolm. Also, this can be a surprise blocker if I flash out Malcolm. Do you have the graveyard thingy? I don't know. Force of Vigor. Okay. In response to Force of Vigor, I will flash out Malcolm. This will untap Rona. And I'll look for another land. Yeah, I was wondering if that was going to be the Graveyard Shuffler. Ugh, I still explore. Yeah, that's what I would be killing. Just listen, play additional lands each turn and play them from the graveyard and put things into the graveyard. I still does it all in such a frustrating way. But maybe they'll mill a big dumb green creature and I can do something with it. Who knows? Not attacking in. Great, we loot. 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 I would like to attack first. Drawing. Discarding. Play this. Untap. Loot again. This is me just like maximizing my like versatility of what I can grab. Okay, here we go. Speed Brood Stalker. It's a good little kill spell. Surprise! I'm killing Ice Still Explorer. They expected mind games from me. No, I go for the target I want. Here comes Titania. Titania into a fetch land would definitely get them some stuff. Yeah, they have the auto sack land, so that gets them one elemental. I might reanimate Risco here. We'll see. All right, I will draw and discard. Oracle, Speed Brood, Ulamog. I know, I could just wait for the loot. That's like, I'm not going to get something better than the Ulamog. It's got 10 counters on it. Tifa Lockhart, who doubles her power with each and every landfall. I have a Deluge, and I will pay extra life to guarantee her death. I also have a Force of Negation to maybe be able to stop some stuff, but this Wash Away, if they don't have a Cavern of Souls, means I might just be able to hit the Tifa when they cast her. We'll find out. And if not, I'll use the mana to Entomb. Booties! Rocking everywhere? Okay. Boots it is! Put something, I don't know, Speed Broody in the graveyard. Where is it? My beloved. It's just like a kill spell. But I have multiple other, like, I don't know, pieces for this. I just don't have my reanimate set up. Wash Away. Great. Another pair of boots. Tifa's shoe collection is kind of amazing. Surveil, if good creature, then in graveyard. She's got one for each foot. I could play the loner to like do the tutoring, but I have a fatal push. And when she resolves, like, I have to kill her because they have the lightning greaves. Yeah, they're like, I'm not dealing with it. That's cool. I wish I had lands. There's more than 40 of them in the deck. Oh! Chat. They think I have another counter spell for her. I don't. Shit, real good. Here's Tifa! Up. Snakeskin. Force. On the snakeskin. Killing Garuda. I hate free counter spells. But I think they're kind of a necessity in this format sometimes. Because everything is terrible. Make them discard. Make me discard. I'm just trying to cut them off from resources. Try to get them to attack this with Tifa. Because otherwise, this will kill them. And then I can Deluge to take her out again. Okay. If they had another damage, they'd be able to kill her, but they didn't. So that's pretty good for me. Doo-doo. I am once again removing Tifa from play. I could have also removed Tifa from play using Kavaero, but I don't think I need to, so I won't.
You won't be outsmarting me.
Now I'm gonna wait one more turn. Then we have Kavaero. We're distracting damage from face. I don't think they're able to kill me. GG. Katara Bending Prodigy. Hey, that's not the Katara we usually see in the queue. This is the Katara that actually water bends. Which... okay. Looks like they've got creatures with activated abilities, and I bet they're running a lot of ways to discount them. Let's take a look. Drawing cards. Going wide when you draw cards. Counterspell. Okay. It's a counterspell, though, only for instants and sorceries. Which, that's okay. My reanimation spell in hand is actually an enchantment. So, that's cool. I'm gonna use Ripples of Undeath. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen this Katara played as commander. Why didn't you play wizard class? Oh, I meant for that to leave black up so I wouldn't have to pay life here, but this is fine too. Catcher. That is another counterspell, but only for non-creatures. Not me just looking to give you stab wounds. It is me looking to give you stab wounds. I know what I'm here for. Stab wounds. I don't have a counterspell for it. Tourach, Dread Canter. Makes you discard at random because it's him. Tourach. This is a not terrible hand. I have a counter spell, I have a kill spell, I have an entomber, and also I just have like a good card. And if they make me discard at random, there's a chance that they make me discard the cards I want to discard. Like this, so I can bring them back off Kavaero. It'd be cool. I wouldn't mind. Ooh, but a turn 1 grief, they're gonna hit 3 steps ahead. At least I'm fairly sure that's what they'll hit. That's what I would hit. There goes 3 steps ahead. They've now seen what's in my hand. I'm going to play Port of Carfel. This is a reanimation spell that's also a land. Gives you a bit of, like, inevitably, if they make me discard everything, I get to bring stuff back. No. I'm grief. What do we got here? Ghost Vacuum, Damnation, and Feed the Cycle. Well, if I Ghost Vacuum, this person is ready. So, Tourach, if you've never played this kind of like discard at random strategy, you need to have a lot of graveyard hate. Because if you're putting things in the graveyard, you better be ready to take those things out of the graveyard. I think they might fire off the Go Blank. In response, kill Tourach. And unfortunately, that does exile the Broodlord and the Entomber from my graveyard. That's why I didn't play the Entomber before. It's like, oh, I know they're just going to hit the grave. Ooh, nice. That can mill. They have Feed the Cycle. Only 2 cards in the graveyard right now. Yeah, it's the guy from the hymn. Tourach. It's him. 3 mana. Kill a guy. Bring him back. I'll hope that they don't have another instant speed kill spell. I don't think they do. Restless Reef. I mill myself. Okay, some good cards in there. And I'll play the Swamp because if they have a land, they just make me discard it. Will they make me discard now? I don't know. I put ways to make the opponent draw cards in my Tourach deck, like symmetrical card draw. So there's always more things. What does this do? Search your library for a card, shuffle and put that card on the top. Target opponent discards a card. Put all cards from all graveyards onto the battlefield under your control. Oh my gosh! I didn't realize that she had Rise of the Dark Realms ult. Bop.
I'm done.
Not that it matters that much. Keep milling me. She came before Rise of the Dark Realms. Yeah, this is from Lorwyn? Right? It's like the original cycle of Planeswalkers. Nice. I will become Small Garuda. This is probably just going to lean into like them wiping the board. But I might get some more enter the battlefield value. Who knows? Maybe I'll hit my own grief. Tiny Bones! I guess I just go for Baleful Strix since we know they have the Damnation here. It's a frog, isn't it? They can't wipe the board and make me discard this. Unless they have a different discard spell, which I'm sure they run other discard spells in their deck. Hey. That's crazy that you didn't cleave it. You still got it. Yep, that's fine. I'll just Restless Reef them. Go, my Reef! And if I don't feel comfortable, reefing, I can Port of Carfel. This is speed reanimation. Hi, Tourach. You coming out? I imagine I have instant speed kill spell for this. Soul Shatter. Okay. Bye. I don't have a use for the mana. You can make me discard 1 card. Or you can attack and take a card out of my graveyard so I can not reanimate it. Probably Riddler. Like, if I were to play Kavaero, I would be hitting that. Okay. In response, I cut you down. You do not get a counter. And I don't discard 2 cards at random. I have no cards to discard. Until I do have cards to discard. Come on out, Quantum Riddler. And this is instant speed, so I'm gonna do it at instant speed. So many people chat like already know, Amy, you're gonna play your favorite card, aren't you? What makes you think that? It wasn't lethal, but now it is. Give shoulder to stab wound. Tatyova, Benthic, Druid. I have Arden and Ulamog in my hand, but no way to discard them. I do have a memory lapse. I have a reanimate spell. I can keep this and just kind of hope that I draw into other good pieces, but I think it's going to be better if I mulligan and look for some cool pieces. Okay, this is funky. I have 1 real land, 2 fake lands, but the Force of Negation is what's going to get me to keep this hand. And if you're wondering, well, Amy, but why? The answer is if they play like a turn 1 exploration. That. Do you see that? Do you see the turn 1 exploration? I'll drop the Hell's End. Do you see it? You see it. You've seen it. The vindication. I kept the hand for one reason and it paid off. Yeah, I'm stream sniping them. I don't know who Plaid is, but I feel like I was right. Speak of the devil, and she shall appear, and she shall explore, and I shall use Malcolm to loot. The number 1 landfall haters in the chat, in the house, in the whole world. All right, yeah, I wanted land. I'll either drop Rona or Lona. I'm gonna drop the Rona. Keep the Lona. Play that tapped. Reverse stream sniping. Yeah, when they're not streaming, I'm just using my mind reading prowess. Yeah, they're gonna trade here because otherwise I tutor into the graveyard and get a card of my choice. I think I want that Oracle of Moldiah. Gonna pay some life here to get better fixing. And I have another land, but maybe I'll have one on top. Nope. Infernal Grasp. Here comes Tatyova. Life gain. Card draw. But we have removal for her on top of the deck, so that's nice. Admittedly, they can just replay her, but I'll take it. Green stuff. You got like a Llanowar elf? Arboreal Grazer. Puts another land into play. They draw a card. They gain a life. I still feel so right about that turn 1, I need to counter a thing, and thank goodness I did. All right. That's a talisman. I'd like to move lands off the top first if I can. Nope. Malcolm will also do a little bit of this. But I can also do graveyard stuff. No, I'm just killing Tatyova. Die. They can block Malcolm so I don't get the loot. Mm-hmm. Great. Mr. Bones. Tatyova returns. Have they drawn another fetch? Wow, they did draw another fetch. Man. Does your mom let you have fetch lands? Kavaero, I need you to put lands on top of my deck. Not whatever this is. Ooh, Hydroponics Expert. Cool. Full control mode on. Everybody in. I will play the sad little signet. This doubles their landfall, which means that they could gain a potential horrible amount of life here. Kavaero lands on top. Remember how my hand also only had one land in it? And then it was these two? So far, I have seen 3 actual lands. Okay, doubles up the landfall for more of that. That's horrifying. Traveling Chocobo also lets them play birds and lands off the top of their deck. Oh, goodness. Yeah, and now we have to wait through Tatyova doing Tatyova things. I'm just going to hope that they don't have an extra turn. Wouldn't it be nice? That's the thing I said I didn't want you to have. Well, I'm not going to bother waiting through this game. They're likely to win. I really wish I got lands, though. The first, Sliver. It's a 5-color value pile. I don't think I have enough lands here, even though I do have a turn 1 Thoughtseize. I will keep this. It has a little bit of ramp. It has a way for me to entomb things. Well, actually, it has a way for me to loot. Put things into my graveyard, though. I'll take it. And I get to reanimate things with Kavaero, which is what I want to do with my deck. Oh, reanimate. That's a good card for me to have. What is this? Needle Spires. Funky land. Hi, Nick. I would love to split a cappuccino. I'm drinking some tea already, but I'll take that for sure. Thank you, Nick. No, I don't want a goddamn Sasuke soda.
Here you go. They'll tide you over until the cappuccino's done.
Thanks, sweetie. I really love and appreciate you.
Soda that has Sasuke on it.
What is this? Tybalt's Trickery? One sec. My opponent's running a weird-ass combo. Man, I have to play against this. No, I don't. I don't need Sasuke soda.
I'll just crack this open.
I need help. No.
I'll put it in the fridge until you're ready.
Is it a Cultivator Colossus all manlands deck? Nick, I love you so much. Thank you so much for bringing me the beverages that I need. Man, I wish I knew what was going on. I'm trying to decide if I hold the Otawara to, like, mess it up next turn. Yeah, I think I do. So I'm gonna use the reanimate here. Yeah, it might be, Tybalt's Trickery, Cultivator Colossus as the only 2 spells in the deck, and then everything's either a gate or a manland. Okay, there's the Tybalt's Trickery. Tibble's trickery counters their commander and instead gets them... Emrakul? Okay. Come on in. Guess what this is? It's not a spell. Punk. Should have done Cultivator Colossus. Would have done better there. Aura, the Imitator, casts things not out of hand, but off the top of their deck, and does so at instant speed, whether they're instants themselves or fairy spells that they can flash out. Aura also has flash, meaning you can always hold up mana for your kill and counter spells until you need to expand your hand into the top of your library. Their deck is going to be very tricky to play against because it very much is a tempo deck. Thankfully, I do have this turn 1 Inquisition of Kozilek, so I can see what they have on these first turns. Alright, so that is something that could stop the Kavaero, Fatal Push, Fairy Mastermind. Storm's Ransom is a good card advantage. I'm going to drop the Tails End here. But pretty much everything, instant speed. Makes sense to me. I'll play, I think, Likeness Looter here. It's fatal pushable, but so's everything. So's the Undead Butler. They're not going for the fatal push. They say, hello, fellow Fae. It's fair to see you in play. Undead Butler, they could stifle it. Actually, it sounds like they have something else at instant speed for 1 mana. I don't know if you saw that, but it was holding priority. They just stifled the self-mill from the Undead Butler. Oh! Prozac Efron! Thank you for the sub. Wow, that's a really good Twitch name. I'm just going for Kavaero here. I'll take a Likeness Looter over not getting anything. And I'm not going to attack in, since Aura has Flash. Aw, you're a fan on YouTube? Well, thank you for having a cool name and for supporting the channel. Nick, I just got a sub from Prozac Efron. That's a good name, right? Nick says, ooh. No, Zac Efron's only good at basketball in that one movie. That's when they sing about basketball. Oh, it was a documentary? Oh, wow, I didn't realize. Alright, so they tutored a kill spell on top of their deck, used it to kill my commander. Okay. I mean, rude, but... Oh, Dark Ritual. Can't do that much off Dark Ritual here. Could have a Lively Dirge. And I can grab something that can kill their commander. Something that just gives me some card advantage. Something like Grief. Oh, did I take... Oh, I think I may have actually taken the Chupacabra out of the deck. That's fine, Briscoe. Come here, pain in the butt. It wasn't just one movie, it was 3 movies. Somebody says 4 movies and a TV show. You got to see Zac Efron while he was very high at E3. Wow. Incredible. Imagine being Zac Efron and high at E3. Was there a High School Musical TV show? I wouldn't know. I'll be quite honest, I would not know. So I'm going to give them the better pile face down because I think they'll pick it. Because that gives me chapter 1 on this in hitting the Enduring Curiosity out of their hand. If I got high enough, I could be Zac Efron at E3 in 2015. Whoa. That's so cool. They'll be able to counter, like, Kavaero here. That's fine. I'll give you a clue about what spell I'm getting. Here's a hint. It's a reanimate. What does it do? What it says on the tin. Reanimates. Bringing out Kavaero. They can subtlety it. Kavaero can go back. I'll put it back in the command zone. Wait, you had the mana just, like, cast that. Oh, but because of this, they'll be able to interrupt me reanimating. Because they can exile it to the dig. Oh, I missed that. Aww. Such cruelty. Okay, Tumor. It's the Tome Skimmer. What? Just got an image texted to me. And I'm trying to figure out the image. It's got like 2-bit Colonel Sanders being held up by air balloons and a cool guy lizard. Wait, they didn't exile the thing I was reanimating. What does this mean? The lizard is an ancient meme. What does it mean? They didn't block. I think because they wanted me to draw and not put things on top of my deck. I don't know. I don't know what's going on here. Oh yeah, I put a stop here so I could... Oh, yeah, I'll copy a guy. There we go. Oh, and look, I naturally milled Ulamog for the OTK. Sometimes it's just all you need is to get really lucky and have your opponent make a couple, you know, value plays. They wanted that back in their hand. I'm downloading a guy right now. I don't know what's happening. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Brawl Stars. Kavaero did what he does very, very well. He's hard to stop, easy to protect, and I feel that this deck is even running probably not the best picks for all the slots. Cards like Garuda are really fun to me, but probably not the best. I just like them because they get more things in the graveyard. But you can definitely build this deck to be much more combo-oriented, playing fewer general reanimator things, and a lot more stuff that's just all about going for, say, Arden, Ulamog, Hoarding Broodlord, Bringer of the Last Gifts, the sort of things that you can win the game on the same turn that you play them. I'm not even running things like Boots, which could help you get an extra attack in on the turn that you're clubbing with Kavaero. This deck, though, worked really well for me, and a big part of that is because Dimir control is very strong. Kill spells and counter spells in 1v1 are incredibly good. Combine that with the fact that you are making your opponent discard, and you can then reanimate the things that you're killing, discarding, and countering, means that this deck is able to really do it all. And I think that this deck's also benefiting from a lot of those hyper powerful cards that have been printed recently. Things like Arden, things like Rusco, things like Baragoyf. These are all really good cards that fit well into this self-mill reanimator theme. And I mean, it's a deck that I enjoyed playing because I got to kind of roll the bones on some of those self-mills and see what I could get. I had fun with it, and if you're looking for the deck list, you can find it in the description of the video. This is one of the Spider-Man cards that I've just kind of put off making because I figured, you know what? Kind of builds itself. And it did. It was a really easy deck for me to brew. I actually was just like taking another Dimir deck's land base and just clicking through cards. It took me like maybe 10 minutes of just throwing in all of the things that I expect from a deck that is reanimating, put in the cards that I know do well with Kavaero, especially Bringer, Arden, Hoarding Broodlord, and Ulamog. And then I put in my personal favorite, which is Perforator Crocodile, because this card is the absolute best. I actually cut some games from this video, which are just me winning with Perforator Crocodile, because I did it so many times where it's just like, guess what? Perforator Crocodile. Who guessed it? Me, because I love that card. The fact that it puts itself in the graveyard, and then you can just reanimate it through Kavaero, reanimate, or like anything else in the deck, it's so much fun. I love this card. I don't know who designed it, but this is my #1 alchemy card, I think, of all time. So shout out to Perforator Crocodile, the modern day massacre worm. What a truly beloved card. If you'd like to suggest a commander for me to build, even if it's an older one like this, please let me know in the comments. There's plenty of decks that I never built as commander, and there's also decks that could use some upgrades. I was thinking about maybe revisiting Alacia soon, because so many of the new decks using the TMNT cards are just, well, they're Scales decks. And while I love playing Scales, if I publish 20 different Scales deck videos, I feel like people are going to be like, Amy, if I see one more hardened Scales and Mikey, I'm going to lose it. I'm sorry. It's not my fault. It's what the theme of the deck was. They are mutants. That's how you mutate them. With the mutagen. But they are really fun. You should watch the Diedrine video. Or like any of the other Scales videos. Maybe Bebop and Rocksteady, if I ever end up recording that one. I haven't recorded it yet at the time of recording this, though. In the future, just so you know, I am going to be traveling for a few days, so there may be a lull in videos, but I'm working my best to record a video every single day up until I leave, so there will be videos while I'm gone. So fingers crossed that there's no interruption on YouTube, though the people who watch the stream, I'm sorry, I won't be streaming while I'm traveling, because it's going to be a lot of time in airports, and then a lot of time working once I'm there. Thank you all so much for watching, and have a brawlful day.